Morning here for some, maybe good night. Yeah, so we start with mm, taking refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha. For those of you who already have uh, refuge practice or have taken refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha. If not, it's totally is good. Just simply acknowledge that one's own true being or innate being, the origin of your being is pure, uh, unstained by all the afflictions. In Buddhist teaching, label that as Buddha nature. Our innate being is no different than the Buddha. When we conditionally or by the other's power, like karma, and the conditions of the environment where we exist, such as this world, very much clouded our pure being with different emotions, especially negative emotions. So that is very much like with the different factors, like the noise, then other elements that bring about the formations of cloud in the pure sky, pure space, the sky, especially the space that which we very much about the sky that we're referring to. By nature, it is luminous, it is pure, it is vast, it carries all the potentials of existence. Because of that pure and vast, infinite of empty. So throughout our life, very much we didn't really try it, or we didn't really have idea because of overwhelming the distractions of environment, that until that, it's very much like you only witness the clouded space, and you made the judgment, that's the space, that's the sky. And then after that, maybe always stay in the building, always stay in the close-up room, and you never get chance to see or even try it, to look up to the space. And forever rest of time, you thought that the sky is always clouded one. So similarly, even though the origin of ourself, the nature, innate nature of ourself is like the sky, very pure, but because of the being in the close-up environment of distraction, distractions of material and material distractions, sensual distractions, then the hallucinational distractions. And we live very much in that kind of limited space, limited, limited limited space. And we thought that that's our nature. We thought that whatever reaction that manifesting in us, such as those of the ups and downs of emotion, all the rest of the inconvenience to do with the physical body, to do with the environment, to do with the emotion. We very much, caught up with that very gross level of lifestyle, and we very much, apprehend and grasp that it is the me, that it is the my world, very much diluted or impure or subject to emotional downfall, subject to suffering, subject to inconvenience. And because of that, even, we get some sense of rested by closing up the windows of the essential mind, and we go into a sleep. And the first thing when we wake up in the morning, very much expecting, very much looking forward like that for those inconvenience, very much looking forward insecurity, looking forward to the insecurity, looking forward to the uneasy path, uneasy world, uneasy life, and very much like kind of sink into it, or slipped whole life into that direction. So there's not even a one moment for us to really genuinely able to appreciate who really you are. That Buddha being, really didn't manage to appreciate, didn't manage to recognize, and didn't manage to, follow the path of that direction, and so that's my situation, and very much many of you may be in the same page, and I hope not, but maybe some of you. So that's why new guidance is necessary. New GPS is necessary. New GPS company. The GPS that developed by new company, not the old one. So therefore, so that's the company of the guru, which is the subject we're talk about today. And the teachings and the examples, the way of life the gurus illustrate, and that is the product that we have to use. The GPS, the new GPS, new design GPS. New design to us, like me, new design to me. But actually, that is the oldest, most reliable GPS. Actually, it's the oldest one. That GPS and that company exists even before samsara exists. Before all this all these false directional guiding, distractions or whatever I said, so so guru, in fact, exists even before Buddha exists. Guru came even before Buddha came. Without guru, there's no Buddha. Okay, anyway, that's the subject we're supposed to talk. But right now, I'm not. Yeah, I'm already getting distracted. So, yes, but refuge, refresh the refuge. Yeah, refresh the refuge. Or those who don't have refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, that's your refuge. That acknowledgement is your refuge. So important. If you don't trust in this word, this statement, then at least try to look into it, because there's no harm. There will be anyway. There will be some benefits. There's no harm. Will not waste your time to know that, and that will be one of the best discovery, the most beneficial discovery one can ever discover. That Buddha within, that your being Buddha. Okay, that's called Buddha nature or Buddha potential. Our job is very much after that is just clear away, those clouds, and also not like the cloud that in the sky. You have to some kind of tangible thing that you need to clear away. It's more about clearing away our misconception only, clearing away our ignorance only through wisdom. There's no physical effort required. You see, just through wisdom. In fact, the job is much more easier than we need to clear the rubbish bin. That requires quite a physical strength. For this, no. You just need to at least have a curious mind about at least about that. At least we call the beneficial doubt. Usually doubts are negative, but here you need that doubt, the beneficial doubt. So there are two kind of doubt. Beneficial side of doubt, non-beneficial side of doubt. So it's good to have the beneficial side of doubt. And especially in the West, we like to ask question, everything question. So this is the question that always asks: do I really have the Buddha nature? Am I really, in fact, same as a Buddha? And how come that I don't see it? I must look for it. I must go and look for it. I mean, Westerners are so adventurous. They climb Mount Everest. They dive deep in the sea. Why don't you dive? Why don't you climb that mountain? You really crack into, I mean everything. You're so adventurous, isn't it? Yeah, and sometimes surprised that many still, that part of kind of the world that you're supposed to explore haven't explored yet. I remember a long time ago, I watched one video. I don't know, that time is maybe YouTube exists or not, but I watched one video. I can't remember when. It's a long time ago. There are few people. It's very much like this hall, and they hang. I mean, not like the yoga kind of down there one, but they hang a rope on the ceiling, and the end of the rope they've got a iron hook, very sharp, thick, but then very sharp hook, and they hook through their skin, back skin, then slowly push, swing like that. And these people screaming, and they said that's because they have tried all the excitements in the world. They have traveled everywhere. They have tried all the adventures, and until they become bored of their life, because of they There's no more excitement. Then until they have to try that to excite them. I was unbelievable. It's far more, I mean, far more scary than bungee jumping, you know. So, but it's really they hook in their skin, pierce into their skin, and push. It's like swing. It's quite a lengthy swing, and scream, scream. Then once they come out, wow, it's like life is worth living. So uh, I mean, if I happen to be in the same room, I would introduce to do you know the more exciting thing that you haven't discovered yet, an easy way, no need to feel the pain. So anyway, yes, yeah. So that's the most exciting excursion you can do. You know, it's so interesting and. Yeah, it's like the heartbeat, you know, of course you have to be, I think you have to get ready with your heart has to be strong because it's going to be, it's like super exciting. You know, your heartbeat going to be very fast, you know, but then it won't get into the wrong way. Um, the end result is like completely kind of settled, you know, the most joyous, most peaceful, the discovery of one's own true nature, both the conventional nature and the ultimate nature, both are Buddha potential, you know, and you will see, I mean, uh, mm, the first thing is you will gain the deepest respect to yourself, you know. When we have a deepest respect, then we will do anything that which is harmful to ourselves. You see, the one of the most toxic, the harmful thing we do to ourselves is letting our mind to, letting our emotion to express in negative emotion, you know, letting negative emotion to express in our mental system. So that's the most harmful thing that we allow to happen to us because we don't have enough respect to ourselves. See, if we know our true value, you know, we will in any cost you will stop uh, letting the arising of any form of negative emotion like anger, depression, you know, all this in our system, because that is the worst toxic that eat the immune system, both the body and mind of our you know our happy living, our peaceful existence. It's so harmful. It's like immediate impact, you know, to ruin inner peace, ruin the peace at all, like that, you know, the moment negative emotion arises like that, you see. But you innately, you never wish even the slightest, even one tiniest, you know, I mean the shortest moment, and in one tiniest unpleasant thing to experience within us. That's our innate wanting, you see, and we never honor that. We are not honoring that. It's one of the main things, because we don't understand who really we are. You know, we don't value our true being because of that. You see, all this impure inconvenience that comes into our way, you know, to our eyes, to our ear, to our feeling, you know, to our thinking, it's all because of not honoring the true being of yourself. You know, we have already kind of identify ourselves as a limited, the person carrying a lot of limitations, and that kind of like reflect into the outer world is very much the image in the mirror that when you show your face is very much like that, you see. So the more the pure you become, your awareness in relation to your existence, the outside world become purer and purer. The more that you purify your mind, the purer the object of your mind become, you see. So that's the whole thing. So that's the whole about it, if we don't work it out on that, how much we try to fix the outside world, including fixing our body, the physical aspect, it won't able to achieve the inner wanting, the true happiness, inner wanting, you see. The money won't solve the problem. Physical good health won't solve the problem. Youthfulness won't solve the problem. Never dying won't solve the problem. Just ever living won't solve the problem. Having so many complete family member won't solve the problem. Staying single won't solve the problem. Being in relationship won't solve the problem. Having children won't solve the problem. Not having children won't solve the problem. You see, traveling won't solve the problem. Eating different type of food won't solve the problem. Until you don't acknowledge, until you don't discover your pure being, that none of those, can able to make your life pure, make your life wonderful, make your life happy. None of them won't able to do so. And ourselves is actually is the proof. We very much has been the guinea pig. We have tried every external things to bring fulfillment in our life. Did we manage up to now? For me, no. I also try to save money, but after saving money, my stress become more than before I have money. And I do more troubles when I'm healthier than when I'm sick. I ruin my body, I ruin my well-being when I'm healthy, when I'm strong. When I'm sick, I'm quite cared, So like that. So this is a real thing. It is a real conversation, whatever teaching we talk about it, this has to happen. If this don't happen, this very down to earth conversation is not discussed, then even entire world become your guru also. You will be still a wild student. You can't, you won't be managed by anybody, you see. So like that. So therefore, very much happiness or suffering is in your palm or in your fingertips. It's almost like that. It is nowhere to go and collect it from. It is just simply being aware, acknowledge and being aware and sustain that awareness. Sustaining that awareness is the way out. First you need to acknowledge. Okay. If you trust in the word of Buddha, okay, easy. You just take it. Then you try to implement that. And through your own day-to-day exercise, you will experience the result, Yeah. So if you don't trust the word, say word of the Buddha, word of those panditas, valid teachings, which emphasize, or they very much the teachings, these wisdoms are come from Buddha's teaching, the great panditas like Shantideva, Nagarjuna, Atisha, they are teaching. If you are not ready to trust in their word, at least use your intelligence, your own logical reasoning to convince yourself. Mm? And there are plenty of reasons. There are plenty of valid logics, through your own way of life can able to make sense to this, you see. Even those of this very serious Buddhist practitioners, or maybe all the spiritual seekers, ultimate goal is actually to discover that, to discover your pre-existing Buddha and awakening within, which is becoming Buddha, awakening within. And how to awake is through repeated being habitual in that idea, in that concept. Being aware, in other words, being aware, sustaining the awareness. Like there are certain things that until we are so accustomed to it, until it become like you, it's become your wall. This is normal thing, isn't it? Now you just have to make the same exercise, you see. And from the very first day, you start to experience genuine sense of settledness, genuine sense of like inner peace already start to develop right there. You see. And with that, even 1 minute of exercise, now you present whole of you to your family. You will be so different. Maybe you're already so peaceful, already so charming, already so lovable to the family. Now you become like extraordinary lovable, extraordinary charming, because there's no limit. There's no limit. You see, it was just ever shining. You see, day and day you become more and more like loving, and also is just that itself is like kind of like way to get a conducive condition to nurture that pure being. It's like to make it awaken. All those are the conducive condition. You see, and you just take a walk in the park. The same park, the same flower, you will see totally different. Now that flower, that you've been watering yesterday, it's just a flower growing up, or maybe you never pay attention to that flower. You are just expecting that blooming that day. You never really saw this beautiful, the present time of that flower, maybe not yet bloom, it's still close up. There will be like so much interaction with so much peace. You see, now with yourself present in the pure being to that flower. Now you see every single good characteristic of that flower, from entirety, everything you will start to see. It's amazing. You have such an amazing conversation with that flower. And that, I think quite sure, if the flower plant will nurture even much better. Much better. I think some scientific also did research, isn't it? I heard flower nurture with the love, much more beautiful, healthier. Flower nurture with a bit of stress, it's not so, So So like that. So now you see, and even by that, the benefit to you is you again, accumulate, unbelievable beneficial conditions to help you to, develop and to awaken. So you can not just the Dharma environment, you can just take entire existence as a conducive condition to, nurture your Buddha potential into fully awaken. You see. So that's the true Dharma practice. Everything taking as a tool to transform yourself from that being negative, impure, limited one into a pure Buddha being. You see, it means Dharma. Means it's like a tool to fix the broken engine like that. So that is what meaning Dharma. Dharma is anything. It's not just the Buddhist word. What comes in the scripture, you can make everything as a Dharma, everything as a tool to fix, from our old habit, which is unwanted one, into a new habit. The wanting experiences, And even this in Tibetan Buddhism or overall in Buddha Dharma, there's one, yana, like Tantra yana, mantra yana, tantric practice. It sounds very kind of like, maybe for many it sounds like very alien, or sounds very secret, sounds very hidden. But in fact, the Tantra meaning, again, is a tool to transform impure to pure. Tantra, mantra means yi gyop. In Tibetan, it's called yi gyop. Yi is mind. Gyop means protection. It's a protection to your mind, means Tantra, means mantra. Secret mantra. So protect our mind from impure perception, impure being, impure idea. Whenever you engage in that training, you are actually practicing Tantra. How many rituals you do, how many this and that yoga you do, if that is not happening, you are not practicing Tantra. You are practicing Tantric rituals only. You are not practicing the actual Tantra. When you practice the actual Tantra, your mind has to be protected from the impure perception. First, it's about yourself. Now, then about the object that you directly, relate by your perceptions. Then to the entire being, entire universe, that. So that's about Tantra. You see, and again, each and every one of us, how beginner we may be, we can practice right now. That yoga we can practice right now. See, and like that. So anyway, yeah. Then refuge, yeah. Now then, on the basis of that refuge, then you open your heart as big as possible. Don't worry about bursting your heart. You open your heart as big as possible. So that is the heart that expresses the altruism. Just simply expressing from depth of your heart, not just through the word, through the throat, from depth of your heart, sincerely, wholeheartedly, you mean it. You mean it. Like may all sentient beings, not just few people, may all sentient beings, as long as a living being, they are the object for me to cause them from temporary happiness up to the ultimate happiness of enlightenment, the everlasting happiness. May any misery being, they are the object of my service to elevate them from how tiniest inconvenience they may be experiencing, or whatever causes or condition they may be. I will cause them to be free from those inconveniences and abide them in the state of peerless happiness or enlightenment. For that purpose, then I'm going to engage into today's discourse. So that's the motivation. you know. So again, the motivation, not just say then disappear, not like that. The moment you express that from depth of your heart, the potential is already established in your continuum, never be wasted. And one day you will definitely do that job, able to do that job. You will have all the capabilities to able to do that job. Like the Shakyamuni Buddha himself, he was at the beginning like us, like the Tara yesterday we talked about. We did the puja Tara. At the beginning, she's one ordinary lady called Geshe, and she aspired the same thinking like what we did at the beginning. And without delaying much, she became Tara, means liberator. She liberated numberless beings, and she's still working, and she will never give up. She will never give up on even one worse person in this world. She will never give up, you see. So similarly, we will have the same capability, just matter of time like that, okay? Sangye Jodang Zoye Jonan La Janju Badu Dani Jazun She Daji Jin Zoye Bezonan Dola Benje Sangye Drubarai Jo Sangye Jodang Zoye Jonan La Janju Badu Dani Jazun Daji Cheche Jebe Zonam Je Dola Benje Zhō sāng yé, zhē dāng zō yé, zhō nāng lā, zhāng zhū bā dō dāng nē jā sōng jē, dā yé chē shē yé bē zō nāng, zhō lā pē jē sāng yé, zhō bā rā zhō. Kāngyē dō zē nē sō nē, dā wā tam jē pāng bē chē rē, tam bē chē nē dēn zē bē, kō tam dē lā chā sē lō, tō nī nī jē sōng dō jē bē lā mā sē jē kāng jē dēn dē gē, chā nā bē mō Tenzin jā zō. So wa de so da yu jin ye lo. Okay. So yeah, so how many of you already exposed to Tibetan Buddhist teachings before? Everyone almost. Yeah. So then that will make very easy for me. Okay. So the subject on guru, in one way, maybe easiest subject. In another way, is the hardest subject. So it's very much depend on individual, and in one way, it's so difficult to practice. Even just to apprehend the idea is so challenging. And when really need to integrate into practice is so hard. But in another way, so easy to understand and so easy to practice. That's the best practice. That's the yummiest practice. And result, if you don't know how to practice, if you are not appreciating this practice, so hard to receive the blessings of Buddhist practice. So difficult to progress in Buddhist path. When we able to practice it, all the blessings, all the realization on the stages of the path is just like so fast, so easy. It's very much that this one practice taking care of all the rest of the practices. It's like that. Yeah, so I want to suggest, to be in the group of those who take it so easy. This subject is so easy. This practice is so easy. And this practice I'm going to take as my heart practice. So as auspicious, better come with this team. Okay. Then, so yeah, so guru, there's an outer aspect of guru, inner aspect of guru. The outer aspect of guru conventionally is referring to the physical human aspect of spiritual teacher, the spiritual figure that you establish, spiritual teacher and disciple, spiritual guru and disciple, or spiritual mentor or disciple, relationship through just simply the commitment established on the basis of inspiration, your inspiration, not even even need to meet in person, need to even receive teachings. Just simply in that inspiration, you just make the commitment in your heart. Even whether the teacher knows that you are doing that or not, but for your own benefit, that alone, you establish that. Then, then cultivation of that guru yoga, the guru disciple relationship, fulfill the meaning out of it is devoting to it. The devotion very much expressed in the two different kind of ways. One is some degree of faith. If there's no faith, then there's no base for spiritual development. Even in relation to the whatever relation that you establish, whatever purpose the relation you establish with the teacher, if there's no element of faith. So faith, there are many different types of faith. That at least the faith of admiring, faith that established through inspiration of hearing about this person, or even just the feeling that you develop in relation to that spiritual teacher in whatever way. There's a message of inspiration is delivered. Inspiration to liberation, inspiration to enlightenment, inspiration to be in the Bodhisattva's way of life, the inspiration to renounce the karma, the delusion, samsara, the inspiration to renounce all the unhappiness, inspiration to be happy, develop inner peace, be virtuous. There's something is there that just inspires you. And you wish to achieve that quality. And now you completely surrender yourself, under the influence of that figure. So that is the faith. That is where the faith comes from, the faithfulness, So it's in Tibetan is ngondegi tepa, hangwe tepa, yijegi tepa, the three types. The faith that develop based on trust, faith that develop on is very much the wanting to achieve the quality that person has, or the faith that develop simply is so inspiring. The quality is so heart touching, in virtue or in Dharma, So you need that element. Then the second quality is conviction. Conviction conviction in your own kind of commitment that, I will live in that journey. I will uphold or treasure this relationship. Then that will lead into an exercise or yoga or practice, which is devoting through thoughts and action. The thought is very much that inspirational figure is like never letting degenerate, from your from your heart, from your knowledge. Always stick with being aware of that inspirational, reason. Uh, then the exercise in action is yourself really, engaging in, living the life in the influence of that inspiration, or living a life accumulating those qualities that you saw in the guru, or otherwise, living a life trusting if the guru have spoken to you, taught you, then with complete trust, following those instructions. You see, so that is very much like living in action. So in another word, like devoting to the guru through thoughts and action, it's something like that. Then that guru, that physical guru figure, in another way is to establish the relationship. There are 3 or 4 ways to establish a relationship. One is on the basis of whatever said before. Now, if there's opportunity, now you engage with the activities of Dharma, of virtue. The main activities of Guru coming into our life is to provide guidance, to show the path. And the way to show the path, there are 3 or 4 different ways. Number one, the first one is, commentary to the Buddha's teaching, commentary to the teaching that we're supposed to practice, like such as teachings on the 3 baskets of teaching, teachings on moral ethics, teachings on concentration and attitudes, and teachings on wisdom. Very much like the teaching on, the Tipitaka, the 3 collections of the doctrines. And then the whole purpose of that is to make the student to to live on the path by practicing the 3 higher trainings: the higher training of morality, higher training of concentration, higher training of wisdom. Those are the subject of the three basket of teachings. Then so there are root compositions by Buddha himself. There are so many different commentaries from qualified and reliance masters, like such as 17 Pandits of Nalanda University, which came into existence about 300 years later after Buddha passed away, such as the work of Nagarjuna, work of Chandrakirti, Dharmakirti, Buddha Palita, then Asanga, Vasubandhu, then Atisha, Silingba, Shantideva, etc. So there are about 17 great pandits came into existence. So they themselves, they are very much like a scientist to the Buddha's teaching. They're very much scientists. Initially, they study just like academic purpose. But they still have a motivation to practice and enlighten just like the Buddha. But they didn't just like trust immediately, you know. They follow one statement of the Buddha. Buddha said, to my teaching, you know, to really to bring the benefit, first you need to examine it, just like the goldsmith, how they examine the gold, how they examine the gold, you know, they will cut, burn, then you get the best gold, the real gold. Similarly, says you need to, you know, observe the teaching, you know, analyze the teaching, you know, through debate, discussion, you know, rigorous study. So these Panditas, they did rigorous study. Then after that, they rigorous study, especially dependent on logics, reasonings, and experiential kind of evidence, you know, and they accepted the teaching only after the teaching become path to them. The teaching really resulted what it says that, you know, such and such result going to achieve, like such as if you train in love, compassion, that will eventually will develop into an altruistic attitude, bodhicitta. You know, they train in love, they train in compassion, you know, and they only accept, oh, this teaching is valid when the result of bodhicitta, you know, develop in their heart. You see, you know, they learn about emptiness, you know, about the view of no self. You know, they investigate, they investigate through analytical meditation, absorption meditation, you know, until they realize the actual wisdom of emptiness within them. Then they establish as a valid teaching. You know, then after that, you know, thinking about the future generations' purpose, because the root texts, the original texts are very, very subtle, very difficult to understand. So then these masters, you know, their commentary, they make it clearer, you know, for us to study easily, you see. So then similarly, when the teaching went into Tibet, the Tibetan great scholars like Lama Tsongkhapa did the same thing. He did rigorous study, and he applied into practice, you know. Then he again, you know, his times is much more later, and he even think further, you know, down, you know, long time, you know, the people who are interested in the Dharma. So he again make it even easier to, you know, comparing to the teachings of the earlier, like 6, 7, 11 centuries, you know, those teaching texts. So yes, okay. So actually, I'm lost. Why this thing came in, and now I cannot connect what I'm trying to say. Okay, fine then. Okay, so now we yes, we go to the yes. Oh yes, now I remember. So to establish the relationship through commentary, as I was talking about that. So then, you know, you enjoy the relationship, you know, through receiving commentaries from the teacher, you see. And that's one of the way to nurture you. And that's one of the benefit that you receive from the teacher. The second one is through transmissions, like very much like oral transmissions. They may not really give a detailed commentary, but, you know, of course the commentary also need to have a lineage, not just being scholar, you know, that your commentary that you need to receive in Buddhist strict tradition, Tibetan Buddhist or Nalanda Buddhist tradition, the strict tradition. The teaching has to be, if it's commentary or transmission or instruction, has to be transmitted from the enlightened one and through the lineage gurus all the way up to the teacher to whom that you are regarding as a teacher. Then there, you know, not just carry the intelligent empty words, but it carries the blessing that which will be a direct cause for your realization. You see, so Dharma is for here, is not for here. or even here also, I don't know, to the mind, to not the head. So so when you know the purpose, then when you receive commentary with a valid teacher, then one of the validation of the teacher who is commentating to you is someone who carries the lineage of commentary that can trace all the way to the Buddha. Then even you didn't understand anything through the discourse, you receive the ultimate benefit. And of course, if you understand, that's good too. That's wonderful. But you still receive the benefit, the main benefit, the transmission. Now the oral transmission also carry the same benefit, but here now don't explain. There's some attached with certain little explanation, but mostly it's just reading the text or reading the mantra. And sometimes that comes together with repetition from the student side, or sometimes just simply listening to it, and design that session just for the transmission of oral transmission. Then another one is through receiving vows, precepts. So there are many different vows, like individual liberation vows, like such as refuge vows, 5-lay vows, ordination vows, pre-ordination vows, novice vows, fully ordination vows. These are all individual liberation vows. Then there's a Bodhisattva vows. Bodhisattva vows also you receive, the initial stages, the intentional Bodhisattva vows. The later one is engaging Bodhisattva vows. Then Tantra, there's a Tantra, there's Tantric vows. The Tantric vows in relation to the 5 Dhyani Buddha. Then on top of that, there is a special precept between guru and disciple called the precept, the guru yoga, the guru yoga practice, which is your precept in relation to your guru. So whichever of this way that you relate to someone on the basis of the initial the idea that I taught about the guru, then means these are the different ways that you or then there's another one, the initiation, the receiving initiation. So yeah, so very much extracting the blessings or the benefit, these are the different ways that you engage with your guru. But for some, one of this transmission ceremony is the time that you establish guru-disciple relationship from your heart. In some way, you even approach the guru, say, "Can you be my guru?" In most cases, they don't ask. It's just your own heart, your own decision. And the ceremony, there's no something separate ceremony. With the heart of I want to take that person as my guru, then when you receive explanation on any teaching, you take it. That is your ceremony. Or you take initiation, that's your ceremony. You take vow, that's a ceremony. You see, so you even take oral transmission, that's a ceremony. But in another way, just receiving transmission, just receiving commentary, or just receiving certain precepts, even like refuge precept, labor precepts, then it's not necessarily that you have to establish guru-disciple relationship. You can just, take that as a preceptor, as a representations of the refuge, presentation of your guru, or you can still receive the precept, but not necessarily have to establish guru-disciple relationship. But as far as concerned with the vows, like such as individual liberation vow in relation to monastic vows, when the monastic vows are very much granted in a community, the minimum of 4 fully ordained sanghas are there. So among them, there's a principal one. You can also take all the 4 sanghas that who are precepting you, who are giving you the precept, or be giving you the monastery vow. You can take as a guru, or you can just take the principal one as a guru. There, the principal one naturally become your guru. And when you take initiation, then naturally that initiator will be your guru. Without discussion. Once you are decided to take initiation, the initiation master is your guru. But when you take tantric vow, naturally the teacher is going to be your guru. When you take Buddhism vow, not necessary. Not necessary. Again, you can take Buddhism vow as a from a master there who is just a figure, who is the bridge or the preceptor, but not necessarily that you have to take him or her as a guru, so like that. So then, when it comes to inner guru, the inner guru, there's a conventional aspect and the ultimate aspect. So the true Buddha being of your mind, or true Buddha being, your main base of self, which is the mental factor, the primary or the base mind, base consciousness. You're taking that as a or in another word, your Buddha nature is your inner guru. And that Buddha nature is your guru. That Buddha nature is one entity with your guru, the outer guru. Then the interpretive the inner guru is your altruistic nature of the mind. Definitive inner guru is your wisdom being of the mind, or the Dharmakaya, the emptiness of the mind, is your ultimate guru. And being aware that this Buddha being in you is one entity with your guru, you're cultivating inner guru. You're establishing inner guru. Or then holding awareness of that is devoting to the thought. Then upholding your actions of body, speech, and mind in the actions of your guru is upholding the guru devotion in action. So meaning whatever you speak, you speak in the awareness of that guru is speaking. Whatever you physically behave, you be aware of the behavior is guru's behavior. Or even in the motivation that now what I'm going to speak, I would speak the way how guru would speak. The guru is speaking. The guru is thinking. The guru is thinking like that. Guru is taking a walk. Guru is meeting people. You see, so the inner guru is the most powerful protection and most powerful guidance, most powerful refuge, most powerful foundation to all your good qualities, most powerful protection from all the misfortunes, misbehaviors. The protection is so powerful that just by that it purifies past karma. It protects whatever, even past karmic consequences ripening in the form of intense suffering. Now you have the wisdom and attitude to transform them for beneficial usage. Like in the attitude, when you manifest the interpretive inner guru. If suffering comes in my way, I will translate that into the guru's way, Tonglen practice, taking and giving, or developing compassion within me. Or if I use the definitive guru, inner guru, then I will translate that into the view of emptiness. I will try to understand the nature and nature of that suffering that coming into my way. I will try to understand the nature of myself, the guru being, and I will dissolve all the suffering into empty. All the suffering into empty, through the finding of no substantial existence or pain or problem maker in the object, or pain or problem maker within the subject of mind. You see. So, and not only that, it protects committing new causes for future suffering, because you behave accordingly like the guru. All your three doors, what going to commit is everything is virtue, everything is a cause of enlightenment. So therefore, it also stopped future sufferings. So that's the most powerful. We don't need to hang any blessing strings, even though I'm going to give you a blessing string at the end of the session. But this is for the reminder for different purpose. I'm going to give this for friendship, okay? The protection that I'm going to give is the inner guru that you need to carry on. That you need to you need to take it seriously. So yes, like that. And yes, so therefore, even the gurus, gurus in reality, or at least even for our own benefit, for our own practice, gurus are Buddha. So we have to view that for our benefit. Whether guru side is really already obtained Buddha or not is none of our business. But for our full benefit, out of that relationship, you view guru as a Buddha. Since guru is a Buddha, and when guru manifests into passing away, when guru or when physical aspect of guru go away from your life, or go away for a long time, then there, we have to translate that guru doing this by the heart of great compassion to us, to able to give us the direct or the ultimate refuge, ultimate guru, which is the inner guru. So by dissolving guru's physical existence is the birth of the inner guru. So we need to know that, and we need to make it happen in our wisdom. The dissolution of the guru's physical existence is the new birth of the inner guru in us. So gurus really relate to us with immeasurable compassion, that they even, show the manifestations of complete dissolution of their physical existence from this world, like the guru dying. Complete dissolution. It is to directly antidote to destroy the permanent grasping or relying outward to the physical guru. To really to overcome the reliance of guru outwardly, externally, physically. Worse than that, that reliance subtly is served by permanent grasping. And it is very conceptual. It is not a complete wisdom way. It's conceptually kind of, you take refuge outwardly. Ultimately, Buddha or Guru they have no ability to kind of like take away our sufferings or our negativities, and the way how the dirts are take away, like in Tibetan they use example of like a hair in the middle of the butter. The guru unable to do that, and then abide you in the state of enlightenment. They won't do that, and that is not the purpose. That's also not the ability that anyone has it, you see. So therefore, even when first time we enter into the practice of Buddhism, the first practice is refuge. And then from the three object of refuge, it's a main refuge is the Dharma. The teaching is the one, the wisdom is the one. The attitude, the wisdom, through the knowledge that they transmit to us, we ourselves has to awaken in that, using those tools within ourselves, you see. And actual workout take place when you develop inner guru and you start to listen to your heart, not always waiting answer or guidance from outside. And we very much do that. Even little thing don't understand immediately, you have to ask somebody, say, is this correct? It is not correct. I should practice this, I shouldn't practice this. When should I do retreat, and when should I, like when should I enlighten? And there's quite a danger, when should I go to toilet? I should sleep or not. Then especially nowadays with the internet, the guru has to be with the phone for 24 hours because you're going to get a caution that, can I go to bed now? Or then you maybe say, can you ring the alarm? When should I wake up? What kind of breakfast I should eat? Or I feel lonely. Can you come? It's seriously danger. And many do live like that. Guru is more like a boyfriend or the girlfriend kind of figure. It's not really a, and when guru go away, instead of being confident about your practice, you feel so down, depressed. And when guru is talking to someone and guru is not talking to you, you feel like you are ignored. His guru is here. You feel like guru is out there. It's like paying attention to someone else, but not to me. It's like very much of communication through attachment. That attachment unknowingly build up in our system, and which is not healthy. And again, it serves, there's so many negative kind of base. Attachment is there, aversion is there, ignorance is there. So therefore, at the end, guru has to dissolve that physical aspect into passing into parinirvana. Buddha Shakyamuni Buddha, when he came into this world from the Mahayanic understanding, he's enlightened countless eons before. He only came to show the display of this 12 deeds of teaching. And he actually have a choice. He already obtained Vajra body. He can stay there not dying. Even he need to change his look, he will just dissolve into light, come back. He can do anything, but he show that the passing into parinirvana, the death. And that is, it said, Dulja Tenzin Chen Chela Guru Cher. Dulja disciple, Tenzin Chen, the permanent grass, the disciple, in order to lead to the Dharma, Buddha showed the passing into parinirvana. And our gurus does the same thing. And in another way of presenting it is to ripen, to the inner guru within us. And that is so powerful, you see. So now when guru's physical body is, even conventional level, it dissolved, now guru is inseparable from you. Now guru is everywhere. In fact, guru become more living than before. In that sense, like that. Yeah. Okay. Do you need a break? Are you okay? Okay. If you need to stretch up, you just stand up and stretch, okay? Okay, then I have a few notes to go through on these subjects. So there are a few points. Number one is who is gurus, who is guru and what they represent. The second one is the defining characteristic of the teacher or the guru, whom students rely upon. There are like 10, qualities, or there are many qualities that good to, good to know, so that when you look for a guru, and you will know what to look for. Then third is defining characteristic of student who relies upon the teacher. So not only guru need a quality, the student also need a basic qualities to really, receive the full benefit of relying on the guru. The reason why need to rely on a guru, importance, those importance reasons. The guru is kinder than all the Buddhas, the reason for that. The benefit of relying on the guru, how to cultivate the guru devotion in thoughts and practice. The overview I will just explain. Example of guru devotion practitioners. How to overcome our impure view if guru manifests in mistakes. That's very, very, very important. Then there are some like verses that we also can learn and can express as our prayers. Prayers not to give rises to heresy towards Guru. Requesting prayers for Guru to remain among us in all times. Prayers for receiving the blessing of the 4 initiations or 4 empowerments. Observing the merit field of the Guru to receive blessing in our continuum. Then dedication, prayers in relation to Guru. So there are few subjects like that. So now, the first one, who is gurus and what they represent. So, so the Lama Tsongkhapa, who came into existence about 600 years ago, the main founder of this Gelug tradition, one of the major tradition of Tibetan Buddhism. So in his teaching, foundation of all good qualities, says the foundation of all good qualities is the kind and venerable Guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort, please bless me to rely upon him with great respect. So I will not go through word by word since we don't have much time. The rough meaning here, the main meaning is Guru is a foundation. Guru serve as a foundation to all our good qualities. Starting from the quality to be able to purify our past mistakes, quality to live in the present moment fully in virtue, in Dharma, able to qualities of serve as a foundation to us not to commit any new karma for us to experience inconvenience in the future times, especially in future lifetimes. Then the qualities of beneficial attitudes, the qualities of such as love, compassion, we have, any being, it comes with it. But boundless compassion, great compassion, unconditional love, need to develop them, need to train our heart to develop them. So, gurus serve the foundation for us to make our, the innate quality of love into boundless love, immeasurable love, altruistic love. That compassion always, protecting ourselves from suffering, causes of suffering, that will develop into a great compassion concerning the well-being of rest of the numberless sentient beings. And until it will develop into an altruistic compassion. So gurus serve that. Gurus serve, in particularly Mayani Guru, serve that bodhicitta, that altruism to develop all the way up to omniscient altruism, the most perfected quality of attitude that ever can achieve. The omniscient, altruism or omniscient love, compassions is all pervasive, not only in the thought, but all pervasive in action. You see, even the time that when we are misbehaving, Buddha is actually right there through his compassion and through his omniscient love and compassion, try to deal with us, try to liberate us from there, according with our mental disposition. There's no room for him to teach us emptiness, or there's no room for him to teach us to behave like the Bodhisattva, but at least, there's one or another way, even to those who destroying the world now. Buddha is right there to, minimize, otherwise they will destroy everything. But, even there's a little bit of possibility of, not destroying everything is also, could understand as Buddhism. Buddha is right there benefiting. But they benefit according with the disposition. Otherwise, even we want to give advice to somebody, if there's no disposition, people won't listen. Even you want to do, isn't it? Even you want to help, isn't it? Like that. So, so like this. So at least for yourself, without any doubt, the Guru will serve that foundation. Guru serve the foundation for all the securities that we look for. The inner security, the inner immune system to deal with the death, deal with the nasty diseases, deal with the financial crisis, deal with the relationship crisis. Oh, it's unbelievable. I'm not a good practitioner, but even me, like a person who is like the how to say, the tiniest, the most beginners, practitioner, when I experience, the heartbreak of losing the most loved one in my life, most cherished person in my life, my Guru, the physical aspect of his existence, I was shattered, like completely, like, that time I have no, almost like I'm like the corpse, there's the mind is belong to someone like that. You see, my Guru is the one that who is like my brain, my mind, I have no ability or no kind of confidence or trust to myself to like make decision what should do, like, even go to meal, like when Guru say go, I literally live like that. It's the only thing is I didn't ask him, but he volunteered. I didn't ask him, now can I go to meal? Can I go to toilet? Can I sleep? But there he volunteered, okay, now you go to sleep. Okay, now you wake up. Okay, now you go to eat. Now you study. And now you play, like that. So just waiting the instruction, that's it. But then you lost that figure. Oh, but the dissolving of his physical existence really served the rebirth of the inner Guru. Right there, I feel like unbelievable. I become totally new person, confident, outspoken, brave, happy, just within half an hour, like complete to a become different person, and the Guru served that foundation for me to become. I mean, even today, for me to able to speak in front of you, I was not like that. I will always stay behind, not dare to even look at you. I will just, even there's a food on the same table, I will just wait everybody finish, and I will just go behind and and eat the leftover food. Most of the time, eat the leftover food. You see, it's like it's almost like I'm always under your feet, but not same level. that kind of, you see. But then suddenly, okay, now I can lead the world, I can lead my life. And not only my life, I can lead others also, where it's coming from. It's not me. Where it's coming from. That the guru is serving that foundation, Okay. At that time, I'm much more younger than now. Now I'm very old, much more younger than now. So not, it's about 22 years ago, very much like around 22 years ago. It's like that, And that time, wherever I go, I'm so attached to that one comfort zone. I used to travel with my master in some other countries. The suffering go to in my heart. I miss the same bed, the same food, and the same people that, there's no dare to face anybody. There's no dare to try any new food. You see, any new place. I'm in one way, maybe good quality. It's completely contented in what you have. You can eat the same thing. You can, just be the same thing, but in another way, it's very small-minded thinking, you see. But when he passed away, wow, I see everywhere is my home. Everywhere is my monastery, right? This very moment, New York is my place. This is my home, and you are my family. No way that time, I can feel your family. You are my, not only stranger, is like quite a scary stranger. And I want to you're not intended to do anything. You're smiling at me. You try to talk nicely. You try to give me chocolate, but I feel like I'm not worth. I'm running away like that. You see. And like now, like everywhere is so beautiful. Everybody is like so loving, and them. You even you first time you meet first time, but you know them from long time. That kind, the mindset. Guru serve that. The guru serve to have that. You see, and you find not only find happiness in pleasurable things, but you find happiness even in the suffering. You find so much meaning in suffering. You see, almost like, sometimes think about it, like if you happen to ask even to this worst practitioner, I say, when was the time that you were unhappy? Really has to think hard. When I was unhappy, actually I was always happy. When was, but even in the most crisis time, you still there's a positive thinking out of it. That's why you didn't drain, kind of like pull into unhappiness. So like that. So all these are just I'm giving just a little example. If I can do that little thing for you, surely can do that. You are much more smarter, much more good exposure, life experience, maybe even easier to apprehend the teaching. For me, it took me a long time to apprehend the teaching, to make sense to teaching. You see, when initially I'm not like you, you look so subdued. You look so wonderful already. I was not like that. When we go to class, uh, uh, almost all of us, all my classmates, even after become monk 4 years later, that we go and collect the Coca-Cola bottle cap, metal one. So then we make it into round like a wheel. Then after that, make it very sharp from the corner. Then in the center, like make 2 holes, then put the string. So in a small room in our teacher's class, so we all sit quite packed. So all of them, instead of listening to the teaching, we are playing with that. and try to cut the ropes of the person who is sitting behind in front of you. Yeah, and sometimes they really cut all through the flesh, because it's so sharp. It's so wild. Comparing that, you people look already maybe somewhere in the Arya Bodhisattva state, so subdued, so devoted. I mean, so diligent. I mean, I sometimes really, I mean it. I mean, such a busy, developing New York City, and one strange person came from all the way from Nepal and come and listen this blah blah. I mean, can you imagine who would do that? That's a quite amazing. The effort, the diligence, unbelievable. You know, I would expect nobody turn out. It quite a lot of people turn out. Full house, you can say that. You know, I won't expect. Not easy, especially in New York, maybe because there's so many things to do, so many things to see, so many, you know, so many things. See, like that. You see. So therefore, just regard. It's easy for you, easy peasy for you, you know, like that. And not you know, not just because of you choose because of easy, because the result, the impact is unbelievable, you know, unbelievable. You can enjoy getting old, you can enjoy getting sick, you can enjoy even the death. Then no doubt you will enjoy the rebirth, isn't it? You see, the guru is so powerful in that sense, you know, unbelievable. Then another text, Lama Tsongkhapa, Song of Spiritual Experience. It says, then the root of creating well and auspicious condition for all the excellence of this and future life is to rely properly with effort, both in thoughts and action, upon the sublime spiritual mentor who revealed the path. Yeah. So, yeah, truly, you know, the auspiciousness start, you know, when you meet, when you found your guru, then you start to rely, you know, diligently in thoughts and action. Auspiciousness is all about conditions for happiness, inner happiness, true happiness, isn't it? Really, because you see everything is auspicious, and in the eyes of guru, you know, in the eyes of guru, or in the eyes of your inner guru, you know, you try to see the world through the lenses of guru. You know, you hear the thing through the you know, through the ear, whatever drum of guru, like that. Try to feel the world, you know, through the senses of the guru. You know, think the guru, was it think about others, think about yourself, think about rest of the world, you know, from the perspective of guru's heart. The environment of your meaning of life is already created, and that is auspicious, you know, you see. So if you're able to live a life, this life like that, future life is definitely going to be auspicious with higher rebirths, you know, minimum, you know, will actualize precious human rebirth, and that's already going to be so amazing. Another auspiciousness is, once you establish guru disciple relationship in this life, future life, definitely you're going to meet again. You're going to be, you know, again, create the environment to continue to nurture, even in case this lifetime that you are unable to achieve full enlightenment, you see. And not only this one or two lifetime, ever lifetime until achieve enlightenment, not just kind of like saying and just to comfort us. It's the real thing. You see, it will never go away, that relationship. You know, there are so many relationships, it just come and go, you know, you see. But the relationship you establish with the guru, with the guru devotion or guru yoga practice in thought and action, you created legitimate right causes and complete causes and condition until we achieve enlightenment. You know, even we don't want the guru going to say, no, I'm not going to go away from you. You know, the guru will be forever, you know. So again, I mean, some of you watch the Unmistaken Shell movie, you know, it's a lifetime experience. You see, when the previous reincarnation of the present reincarnation, there we met the aspiration, let's say, there I met the aspiration, just a small example, okay? I met the aspiration that may I never be separated from your present, from your being, you know, even in the physical existence, You see, and aspire, may I meet swiftly, you see. So it's very much the guru manifests, within 9 months. And within just a matter of a few years, the same person came back, you see. And if you think carefully about the karma just to meeting this guru, in this lifetime, I think quite 100% sure in past life, we already meeting, we're already there. So 3 lifetime, you can signature that one person can experience 3 lifetime guru is not giving up on you. Guru is always with you, even not only in the thought, not only, the real person, coming in your way like that. So this are actually is, from one point of view, is unbelievable. It's so real that what the teaching says is real. You see, and I mean, the every aspect. Okay, now that all in all aspect of the guru, an unbelievable, skillful means in its own way. Now this little baby form of the guru, it has unbelievable another way of skillful ways. But at the end of the day, is everything is like skillful means according with your disposition, nurturing you. Sometimes with quietness, sometimes with a bit of lawfulness, sometimes with teaching, sometimes with no teaching. Sometimes even with the teachings of passing into death, or teachings of being born, like that. So this is what it means. What the Lama Tsongkhapa says, it will create auspiciousness. Not only this life, also all the future lifetimes. Then there's another sutra. The Array of Sculpt Sutra says, youthful Sudana, the teachers are those who protect me from all miserable realms. They cause me to know the sameness of phenomena. Guru is the only way will make the spiritual disciple to, make us understand completely the ultimate nature of phenomena, emptiness. You see, without the blessing of the guru, you may become scholar reading the text, but you will not understand completely. Even you're able to write down, you will not able to understand completely. Buddha Dharma is not like other knowledge. Buddha Dharma, with anything to do with the Buddha Dharma teaching, you only understood when it become your path. It become realization as a path. Obvious example, Lama Tsongkhapa. Yesterday also I shared. Before him, there's so many teachers came into Tibet. Many have misinterpreted or not completed or not clearly elucidated teaching on emptiness. Didn't really, it's very much that there's some limitation to understand exact intent of Nagarjuna or Buddha's intent on emptiness. And Lama Tsongkhapa himself, through rigorous, many years of dedication, rigorous study, he understood the language. He even composed, most most amazing commentary comparing to the all-time, scholars on emptiness, especially the toughest subject. Like there's not even one single mistake the interpretation, but he still didn't realize the wisdom of emptiness as a path. Then, he approached his guru. Then he even managed to see direct the Manjushri himself, who is his ultimate guru, and instructed him, to do purification, practice accumulations of merit. Then one day, whatever intellectually he know, everything become a path. Then only then, he knew the emptiness completely. Until then, he didn't. You see, so therefore, the blessings of the guru that whom he followed the instruction. They didn't say you need to go and study more emptiness. It says you need to go and accumulate some merit and purify negativities. and he did follow. He thought that he didn't understand. He need more study, but because of following the blessing of instruction, which I think I also forget to mention earlier, one of the way to establish the guru-disciple relationship, through instruction. So he followed exact instruction. Then he realized the wisdom of emptiness, you see. And sometimes the instruction may be, they say, okay, don't worry, don't stress up about emptiness. Just take a nice walk. Maybe every day spend 1 hour in the botanical garden. And if the guru says so, you better do that. And that will maybe make you realize emptiness than like squeezing your brain to try to dig what's more in emptiness, So like that. Or maybe, you just, like Gamboba. Gamboba is the one of hard disciple to Milarepa. He's a scholar also. And he wanted to go and dedicate a long retreat after much study, after attending much teaching. Then, but he expect there may be still a lot of instruction that he haven't received from Milarepa. So of course, initially he got initiations, he got this and that, but he still feel that there's something is not revealing. Then Gambopa, already arrived time that he need to leave. Then Milarepa kind of like, that's it, and like bye-bye like that, And after he traveled a bit further, maybe there seems like there's a river or something like that. I think he crossed the river or he traveled a bit further away. Then Milarepa called him back, and Gambopa was so happy. He thought, okay, now I'm going to receive. I mean, I feel something is, he didn't really pass down to me. And I think he's going to reveal it, maybe I may even need to spend maybe a few more days, to receive the teaching. So, but then before he approached so near to Milarepa, and he says, stop there. Then, yeah, now I'm confident that you are ready to listen my final, the most profound teaching, the final one. Okay, so pay attention. Then he lift up all his clothes. He show his buttock. He show his buttock to Gambopa. And because he already asked to pay attention, so he was looking very carefully. And he saw one of the ugliest buttock. Yeah. Maybe he never seen such buttock before. I mean, it's unbelievable, disappointing like that, Anyway, I'm just exaggerating. Sorry. So it's some more Milarepa, bit green look, isn't it? So could be quite green buttock. Buttock or buttock? Buttock. Buttock, okay. So then skinny. Then, all the skins were worn out, because of too much sitting in the rough ground, all worn out. Yeah. So, yeah, so then Gambopa understood, require diligent, consistent kind of, stay put, sustainable practice. Stay put doesn't mean, like always sit. That doesn't mean like stay put. It means like not distracted by distractions, like uninterrupted. Very much talking about meditation. Meditation. Again, not to misunderstand, because showing bhatto means like you need to sit. It's not about that. It means that that you need to practice until you gain realization, without never giving up, even how hardship that you have to go through. And the result is there, result is there. So it's talking about consistency, repeated, kind of like never getting up from meditation session. Means, we already talked on the other day, like meditation doesn't mean always have to sit. Entire your activity turn into analytical meditation on emptiness. The observation meditation, if you only have 5 minutes, just that's good enough. If you have more, you do, but otherwise that's enough. It's talking about that. Uninterrupted 24 hours in everything taken onto meditation. Everything you do, your family responsibility, job responsibility, don't need to change, but don't get interrupted by, worldly kind of distractions, So that's the what Gamboba understood. Then he then after that, he left. Then there he actualized, one lifetime enlightenment like that. You see. So this you see the guru serve, and guru could teach. Guru can teach in that kind of ways. You see. So that's the like most profound teaching instruction. They show me the path that lead to happiness, the true happiness. Those that lead to happiness from, from all the, the untrue happiness, like such as suffering of change, all the comfort that we experience actually is not a true happiness. You see, so through practice of the Dharma, especially wisdom of emptiness, attitude of bodhicitta, really, able to experience the sustainable inner happiness. They instruct me in deeds always auspicious. They reveal to me the path to the city of omniscient, enlightened state. They guide me to the state of omniscient. The guru comes in so many different aspects. You see, guru comes in so many different aspects. As long as your heart is in guru devotion, everything is manifestation of guru. You see, all the difficult people in your life are none other than, your most precious guru's emanation. You see, again, I give you one example. I had a very difficult relationship with my father when I was little. And there's a long story. I'm not going to go through that. But the thing is that after the Dharma environment that very much created by the guru, precious guru, and guru's guru's consistent reminder, it took 3 to 6 years, every single day, without teaching, because you are not ready to understand, even try to explain to you. You are not ready to understand about karma. You're not ready to understand about compassion. But one thing, like he always touched his hand on my head. He said, the kindest person in your life is your father. And there's a long story. Anyway, there's a movie coming out. You watch that. So I'm doing a promotion of that movie, and that will be maybe next year, and in New York. So anyway, so then through the skillful means of gurus being in your life, your heart completely transformed, and even that immature, someone who don't understand Dharma yet, Dharma immature. Even now also, I don't really understand Dharma yet. So you saw this worst person that you thought is the best person in your life. And you're able to make a very, very honest statement that, in fact, my father was my first guru, who served the basis for me to enjoy all this, amazing spiritual life. Even for me to accumulate some merit, a lot of merit, to be able to, share the Dharma with you, is because of his kindness. If he didn't treat me, the way he did treat, I won't be here. I will be still in Himalaya doing farming. I'm maybe whole my life will be with 2 or 3 cows. That will be my disciple. That will be my Dharma environment, and maybe small field. Just like whole year working just to have a 3 simple meal. That will be my life. But now it's like my life is like every single moment, given opportunity to purify myself, accumulate merit. Like this, what's happening is because of his kindness. So he is truly the guru that who even to this most immature person to realize, the taste of renunciation towards samsara, towards worldly pursuit. So you see, so this is what guru did. You see, without the guru, even there may be great scripture out there, I may not be in this zone. You see, and there are so many monuments didn't really manifest in that way. But the father, lawful father figure, able to create who I am today, like that. You see. They caused me to enter the ocean. So therefore, if you have anybody in your life so-called as a difficult people, you try to use this technique, see them as an emanation of your guru to train your patient. Without perfecting patient, you cannot be enlightened. Without perfecting patient, the attitude of patient, bodhicitta won't develop. No way to become, bodhisattva. No way to become enlightened. So Shakyamuni Buddha, the manifestation of Shakyamuni Buddha himself and all the deities, won't train you to develop patience. Won't develop you to develop patience. They are just too nice. You see, and yeah, so the difficult people in our life is the one actually directly leading us to perfect the practice of patience. So therefore they deserve the same respect as how we respect the guru. And at least the benefit for you is now you don't have any aversion to this harm giver. The first thing is you neutralize your heart. Almost like, in a boiling, angry, hot water, pour a cold, nice drip of cold water, it subsides. You see, immediate benefit you enjoy. The guru can cause you like that. They show me the sea of past, present, and future phenomena. Means letting you to see all the subtle karmas. So therefore that we are not confused. We have, I say, where am I here? Why am I here? Why this thing happened to me? There's so many questions that are so confusing, and that stuff is so stressful. Not knowing what's going to happen in future, not knowing what went wrong in the past and what's happening here. The guru will lead us to understand entirety of the past events, future events, and everything will come to, like able to dissolve into one taste. If all the goodness will develop, all the negative thing, we just completely will purify into empty, like that. And they reveal to me the circle of noble beings assembly, yeah. Even to your own, house, the moment you start to learn Dharma, the moment you start to cultivate the inner guru, when you go back home, your home is not an ordinary home now. Your home is Guru's celestial home. And people around there, good or bad, everybody is a celestial being. So you don't have to feel inconvenience. You just know it's just a different methods. It's just helping on your path. Some are naughty one, some are loving one. You know, it's okay. All of them is actually helping you. Now when you go back, have no stress. You are happy to face very positively the environment. That's what I'm talking about. The Guru will reveal to me the noble beings assembly, the celestial place. The teachers increase all my virtues. Remembering this, you will weep. Then when you think of Guru, in this way, and it's so heart touching like that. Okay, now we go to eat Guru's manifestations of food. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.